So what's the message you are passing through this protest here near the American Embassy in London?
The message we want to send is that we're upset. We find these lax gun laws that exist in the United States completely unacceptable. And the gun laws, this is the root of the issue that we're seeing in mass shooting after mass shooting. We have these tragedies in schools, in churches, in movie theaters, on the streets. There are 30,000 Americans who are killed every year by gun violence. So we want to do something about it because it's gone on for far too long. And in this event that we just had, I detailed 3 policy proposals that we can do. So first, an assault weapons ban. There actually was an assault weapons ban. It was passed in 1994 when I was born, and then they got rid of it. And we want that back because what we're seeing in Parkland and in Newtown all over America is that these mass shootings are being done with AR-15s, with assault weapons. We need to get rid of them. We need to get these weapons of war off the streets. Second, we need background checks because a lot of the time the people who are committing these gross atrocities, they have criminal backgrounds, they have histories of mental illness, they've been flagged by the police, by the FBI, by their neighbors. They shouldn't be able to slip through the system. If we're going to say some people should be able to have the right to keep and bear arms, we should at least recognize that it cannot be a criminal. We have to recognize that if you're too dangerous to fly on a plane, you're too dangerous to own a gun. We have certain regulations in place in the United States to prohibit people from causing violence, and yet we have none for guns. And we need to do better at this because you can go through gun show loopholes and internet sales loopholes and get around all of it, and that's done. We need to make sure that's done. And the third is a lot of the people who are causing these tragedies are very young. 20 years old in Sandy Hook, 19 years old in Parkland, 18 years old in Columbine. There's a crisis here of youth and toxic masculinity that we need to address. And it's a deep-seated issue, but one way to address it would be to disarm the boys. There's a famous op-ed in the New York Times, the boys are not all right, and they're not. They are causing these problems. They're carrying out these childish, horrific fantasies. And we need to disarm them. We need to make sure that they're not able to do that. So those are the 3 things. We have a lot that we need to do. We can follow the mold that the United Kingdom has set, that Australia has set. But it starts with those 3.
Do you think that this kind of protests and marches in the United States of America and abroad will make a pressure on the politicians to change the law?
I do. I do genuinely believe that we're going to make a difference this time because it's a difference of generation. The people who are here today were 15, 16, 17 years old, so some of them can't even vote, but they're already coming out to make their voices heard. So I can vote, and I will vote, and I'm inspired by the fact that I have all of my friends who can vote, and I'm also inspired by the fact that we have young people who are coming out. They're ready to hit the ground running once they're 18 years of age, and they're going to make that pivotal difference. So yeah, we're not going to let the heat come down on this one. We're not going to let this moment pass without taking action because I don't want to see another one of these. I don't want to see one at my school or my church or the movie theater that I went to growing up. I don't want to see any of that. And I know that my friends in the United States, they don't want to see that either. And that's why in London, in New York, where I'm from originally, in California, in San Francisco, where I went to college, in DC, where my representatives are, my friends are making noise. They're making a lot of noise because they're tired of this. We're all tired of this. Enough is enough. That's what we're saying. Enough is enough.
Okay, thank you.